try this one for us.
Okay.
Good luck.
There's not that much room to do work, Mr. Sal.
That's fine.
It's pretty complicated. Okay, so this will be the number side, and this will be the X side. No, that's better. And then, so this becomes a negative, and that becomes a positive. So then we do -3, +2, and 9. You have to do X for all of these. There you go, Tice. Yes, it's a fancy X. Then, is that 3X? No.
Which one?
This one right there.
Which one?
The one with the dot by it.
That's a
Okay.
-3 plus.
Well, it just looks like a strange X. So then, 4X. And that. So we have 4 and -13. Then this we have +2. And then change that to a plus. Change that to a negative. Yeah. Then we have 3. Then -12. Then we add. Do I have to show how I add, or can I just add?
Just add.
Okay, sweet. So you do 2 plus 3 plus -2 minus 12. What's the answer? So then you equal, and then this is -7, and then do with the X. So negative plus 2 plus 9 plus 4 minus 13 equals. Mr. Sal, I tried to do it on the other side with the calculator. It's dice there.
No, because you're pushing negative. You have to push minus. I made that same mistake.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am positive.
Oh yeah, put yeah.
Okay, so
It's -9.
3 plus. You do -7 divided by -1, and you get -7.
Sure.
Wait, 1 second. Yeah, you get +7. So X equals 7. Woo! Ta-da!
Oh, very good. X equals +7. All right. So there's your scores. Score your homework. Let's take scores. All right, this problem looks really great, but we're really just going to use the equation. All right, the main thing here, we're going to use the equation. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to solve this. All right. The first way we're going to solve it is with distribution. All right. So when we do it with distribution, let's start over. You got 2 times 36 plus W equals 114. Okay? Well, when you do it this way, really all you're doing is playing the switch and stay game all the way through, which means what's the first rule in the switch and stay game? You got to distribute, right? So let's distribute 2 times 36. 72. We got plus 2 times W. 2W equals 114. Bam. Now we can play the switch and stay game. And bring the equal sign down here. I'm going to put the W's on the left and numbers on the right. But it doesn't matter which one I choose. Okay? 72, switch or stay? Switch. -72. 2W, switch or stay? Stay. 2W. 114, switch or stay? Stay. Plus 114. So 2W, there's nothing to add or subtract. So, yep, we're in this 5th step. But we got this -72 plus 114, which equals 42. All right, now that we're there, what's the coefficient of W? 2. So we'll divide 2 over here. What's 42 divided by 2? 21. Bam. All right, let's look at the other way. This way, what we're going to do first is divide. Okay? And again, it doesn't matter which way you choose. You get to choose, and you get to enjoy whichever way you choose. Because it's your choice. Have it your way. Okay? So we're going to divide. Let's write the equation here. You got 2 times 36 plus W equals 114, right? Well, what number would we be distributing here? 2. So let's take this 2, and we're going to divide it over here right away. First thing, divide. What we're left with is what was left in the parentheses there. What was in the parentheses? Well, 36 plus W. That equals, now you got 114 divided by 2, which is?
57.
57. Is this a little bit easier to solve? Sure. Well, you're going to play the switch and stay game and have so much fun playing it. You put W's on the left, numbers on the right. 36 switches. W stays, so you got W equals 57 minus 36, 21. Well, is there a coefficient of W?
It's done.
Yeah, there's a phantom 1. It's done. Is that what we got before?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Done. We need to write an equation for this first, and then we will also solve it. Because I'm fat. The nice thing is about this is that there's actually several different equations that you could write for this, and they would all work. Okay? But, and we'll show you the one the book has, but the easier one, just notice, so it's writing a solve equation to find out how much she spent on each sister. Okay? Well, she spent $7 each for each necklace, and she's got these 3 sisters, right?
She's expensive.
So she's got 3 sisters, $7 necklaces. Well, as it turns out, she had $9 left over, so we're going to add 9 to that. But as it turns out, since she's got 3 sisters, we'll have to divide all of this by 3 to find out how much she spent on one sister. And that equals X. Bam. Now it's an equation. Done. I'll show you the one the book has. What? Well, she's just spending it on each sister, not for herself. So, if we were to solve this, how much did she spend on each sister? Well, 3 times 7 is 21, plus old Niner is 30. Then we'll divide that by 3. All right, well, some of you say 10, but 10 is actually incorrect. It's 10 schmackers.
Wait, Mrs.
Notice the way that they've written the equation. If you take the cost for one sister, you subtract the $7, then multiply by the 3 sisters, you should get $9 that she has left. Okay, and it would still be $10, and that works. All right, all this is saying is that you either need to use the switch and stay game first, or divide. Well, the switch and stay, right? Because you're going to use distribution of the first. Okay? Or you can divide, either way. Or distribute first. So let's do distribution first. So we're going to distribute that 3. 3 times X plus 3 times 5 is 15 equals 45. Bam. Switch and stay game. Line through the equal sign. X is on the left. Numbers on the right. 3X stays. 15 switches. 45 stays. So we've got this 3x negative 15 plus 45.
Is 30.
Very good, 30. Now we just divide 30 by the coefficient of x, which is 3. X equals 10. Done. Is we're going to take the parentheses, whatever's in the parentheses is just stays. X plus 5. This is going to equal... We're going to take the 45 and divide this by the number we would have distributed, which is 3. 45 divided by 3, you can put it in the calculator, 15. Now we play the switch and stay game. It's all the same. Some of you don't need to play the switch and stay game. It's all good. X is on the left, numbers on the right. X stays, 5 switches. Some of you just keep it right there. X equals 15 minus 5, 10. Done.
And wait.
Yes. All right, so since Sierra brought this up, let's go over this. So notice we started out with 3x plus 5 equals 15. Well, we see that x should equal 10, right? So we're going to replace x with 10. Then we're just going to solve and see if it equals 15.
You mean 45.
But, yeah, thank you. 45. So, you take 10 plus 5 is 15. Times 3, this should equal 45. And 15 times 3 is 45. Does 45 equal 45?
Yes.
Bam, checked it. This is another example. The only difference here is, well, they're doing division first. Okay, you can see they're taking the 5 and dividing it right away. So you'd have n minus 2 equals negative 6. So what minus 2 equals negative 6? Negative 4. Negative 4. So n equals negative 4. You could check. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6 times 5 does actually equal negative 30. Checked. Ashley is going to do A for us, please.
Okay. So what I did was I distributed it. So 2x plus 8 equals 20. And then I brought the 2x down and subtracted 8 from that. And then subtracted 8, which gave me 12. And then 12 divided by 2 is 6. So x equals 6.
Bam. Excellent work. Did Ashley use the switch and stay game? No. Does it work? Yep. Good job. All right, Brigham will do B.
So I did 12 divided by 3, and I got 4. And then I did B minus 6 equals 4. And I got 10. B equals 10.
Oh, wow, that was quick. Good job. Nate will do C.
Okay. Okay. So I did 49 divided by negative 7, which equals negative 7. So, and then it's 6 plus D equals negative 7. And then you do 6 minus 7, which equals, wait, how do you get an eraser? You need the eraser. Okay. Minus 6, and then that equals negative 13, I think. And then you do D. No, that's wrong. Eraser. Oh, whoops. But that is not what I got, so I don't know.
It's right.
Oh, but it's right.
Is it?
I checked it.
It is correct.
Okay, awesome.
So change whatever's in your book.
Okay.
All right, this is good because now it's going to do some examples with fractions. And so you got to kind of think back to the unit we did with fractions where you're multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting. Fractions. If you add and subtract a fraction, what do you need? Absolutely, positively, always? Common denominators, same denominators, equal denominators, whatever you want to call it, okay? When multiplying fractions, what do you need?
The reciprocal.
Just multiply. You don't need anything, okay?
Oh.
When you divide fractions, what do you need?
The reciprocal.
Need the reciprocal, then multiply. Don't divide, all right? So let's look. Well, this one has a decimal. Since it starts with a decimal, your answer can be in the decimal form, but there's a whole number anyways. Okay, so let's do D. I'll do D for you guys, okay? I'm going to do this one using distribution. So let's distribute 1/4. So what's 1/4 times D? 1/4 D. We got minus 1/4 times 3.
Is
3/4. You got 1/4 times 3/1. 3/4. Okay? This equals negative 15. Bam. Switch and stay game. D's on the left. Numbers on the right. So we get 1/4 D stays. Negative 3/4 switches. Negative 15 stays. Alright, so what we have here, we got the 1/4 D, it's good. Problem is you got 3/4 minus 15. You guys have calculators?
yes.
Then put it in the calculator. Okay? You're going to get some kind of decimal though, so you're going to have to push second PRB equals or enter. In any case, if you don't have a calculator, which maybe you don't, you got 3/4 minus 15. Well, we need common denominators though, so let's multiply these both by 4, because this denominator is 4. So we've actually got 3/4 minus 60/4, which equals negative 57/4. So this is negative 57/4. All right. What's the coefficient of D? 1/4. So divide this by 1/4. Can't do it. D equals negative 57/4 times 4/1. Some of you are noticing. Cross simplify these. D equals negative 57. All right, Carly, we'll do E, please.
Okay. So you do 12 divided by 75, but move the decimal over, so you have to add 2 zeros. And then goes in 0 times, and then it goes in once, 75, which leaves 45, and then 0, and then 6, 450, 0, 0, 0. And then you do 16 equals D plus 6. And then 16 minus 6 equals 10. So D equals 10.
Bam. Hey, good job. So that's good because Carly used the division way, which is good. So you get to choose. On F, T equals 69. So careful with this, with the division stuff, okay? It's just the division. Because if you have something like this, 3x plus 4 times 3x minus 9er equals 2x minus 16. Okay? If you see something like this, then you can't just say, I'm going to divide by 4, because where do you divide by 4? Some of you may know that, but most of you don't. So if this is the case, you really just need to use the switch and stay game with expressions that look like this. All right, you line through the equal sign, you need to distribute. You get 3x plus 12x minus 36 equals 2x minus 16, and the rest of it. Okay? All right, beep, 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 bop.